Sorry, babe.
Okay, so she's white, she's French. My wife is white. She's Texan, right? She's, according to ancestry, she's British. But okay, so we already broke apart of the community side, both you and I, as the example of where we're going, right? Okay, because when we're kids, mothers are like, hey, just make sure she's Armenian. Just make sure she's Assyrian. Just make sure they're this, right? Kind of like you're going through that part now. So the part that we can do, again, it's not easy to do. Like right now, my son, he's like, Dad, I want to learn Armenian. Okay, no problem. So we got an Armenian that comes and teaches all our kids right now how to speak Armenian, right? It's easier to find Armenian tutors than Assyrian tutors, but right now they want to start with Armenian. No problem. They already speak fluent Spanish, fluent English. They're going to pick up Armenian. They're already making progress there. And then it's going to come Assyrian because my oldest son is a very interesting, intellectual, old soul guy, 11 years old, but he's a very interesting. He reads 400 books a year, 300 books a year.
Whoa.
And he's just, he finished Atlas Shrugged in a week. Okay, it's 1,100 page book. He finished it in a week. No, for no reason. He just read it in a week, so I kept it. And my son, the other one, the 9-year-old right now, is going through Fountainhead. He's about to finish it up. I think it's on like page 500 or something like that.
Do you tell them to read books, or is it something that they willingly are like, my dad does this, so I want to do this?
Of course, it's influenced by the man at the top, because to me, in our house, our currency is pages. If the currency for you and I to go to a restaurant to buy food is money, the currency in our house is pages. The more you read, the more you can ask. The less you read, the less you can ask. It's that simple. You want anything in our household that's based on reading, getting smarter, doing certain commitments, responsibilities that you have, and then from there, what do you want? Let's talk about it. You know, when these guys were kids, we'd go to a Lego store, and which one do you want? I want this. Which one do you want? Oh wow, Pat buys all these gifts for their kids. Absolutely. Well, you're spoiling your kids. Well, you don't know what I do when I get home. Come with me to the house and see what happens. We go to the house. Okay, this one is 20 books. And I would put it all the way at the top. They couldn't see, like 15 feet up. We had a high ceiling, so I would put it up. And every day they would come, they would see it. How many books is that? 20. Where are you at? 2. 18 more left. How many books is that? That's 8 books. Okay, 8 more left. So each thing was based on the number of books to read to get. So they're learning currency that you got to earn it. But let me go back to the tradition part with the Assyrian side. Listen, I mean, this started when blacks married whites. Whites married blacks. Oh my God, I can't believe you're doing this. And then boom, culture kind of goes away. Now the kid is born, is like half black, half white, goes to school. Are you white or are you black? What are you? My kids go to school. What are you? I'm half Assyrian. Really, I'm 25% Assyrian. I'm 25% Armenian. I'm 50% white, but my dad did ancestry and he's 18% Italian. So I'm also 9. Like they're confused when they're going through this whole thing with them, right? So that part's going to kind of go. It's going to be on us to represent. And a part I'll put on the older generation for them to be thinking about and considering right now. I don't know how often 2 Assyrians do podcasts together to say, hey, we can contribute in our own way. Like we can bring a lot of light to the discussion of our community, who we are. We don't have a country. We can do something about that. We can really go out there and contribute. Some of the places in...
You have that money. We can't really build a country.
But I think what we can is collectively, we can put a meeting together to get people in and say, guys, do we want to unify and do something together, or what do we want to do? Every time we come together, they're like, well, how much money have you given? Every